Hi, this is Cecilia from Tarot by Cecilia, and this is your weekly tarot guidance for the week of January 11th through 17th of 2016. Now, going on this week, all right, you are still in the energy of the new moon from the 9th, okay, which was in Capricorn. And of course, Mercury is still retrograde, and Jupiter has also retrograded. So some of the oomph that comes to things may subside a little bit, where you have that extra energy and push from the universe to get things done. However, you do still have Mars in Scorpio, which will help you with, taking some action with some things. Now, all right, let's see what we have here in the cards this week. All right, there are still new beginnings trying to happen. It could just be right now in the form of ideas. This particular Mercury retrograde is bringing forth a lot of ideas. Normally it's, going backwards and thinking and all that is taking place as well. But there's definitely the birth of a new plan. And right now, I would say be in the information gathering phase, all right? This could even involve, professionals around you, or perhaps you are a professional, but there is that capacity of, also maintaining your balance, especially emotionally during this time period, all right? Because when it comes to your words, you need to be, obviously, with Mercury retrograde, careful what you say. You want your information to be clear, all right? So if you're working on any special projects right now, make sure you've dotted your I's and crossed your T's, and that everything that you're saying is going to make sense. Because I see a lot of you, talking to people this week and trying to get your message out there. Now, what happens? Will people just follow you blindly? And if your information is wrong, then everybody's wrong? Or have you taken special care to make sure that your information is correct? So that's all just part of the Mercury thing. It's not necessarily a big deal, but if there is a project that is a big deal to you, make sure you are very careful, because your reputation and reliability are at stake here. Just something to keep in mind. I don't see it as negative. I see the whole new idea thing and concept is very positive. It's just the idea of weighing all of that out and making sure that you're aware that what you're doing is perfect before presenting it. Now, some very positive vibes coming your way this week as well. You'll find that, you're going to feel blessed in some way. Something that happens, whatever it is. It may feel like a small victory to you. Maybe there was an obstacle that you finally feel you've overcome. And this could be, some of you have a lot of them. And as you go along, this week there's one that it really feels good to get this done. Whatever it is, you're like, yes, I like that. I like that a lot. Because what it does is it gives you a firmer, more stable foundation. Because right now you are in a rebuilding process for your life. You have to remember, the life you're going to have, I want to say like starting June. It really probably happens around September, but when you get to June, you're going to see how different things are. So this is all work in preparation of it, which is why when you have these retrogrades that are going on right now, it's good to slow down and slow your pace a little bit and make sure that you've handled everything that you need to handle, because this really is going to benefit you when you get further down the road and you see that, you don't want to have to deal with these things later. So deal with them now. And also, when it comes to the doors you want to open and the doors you want to close, listen to your gut. Trust your intuition, because it's very important. Now, try not to overthink it. If you're not clear on something, wait until February. Wait until February 15th, all right? Mercury will be out of shadow on the 14th. So it's like all systems go then, and it's going to feel a whole lot better. So if anything's a little bit foggy that you're not quite sure about, make sure you wait until that time frame. Now, I just see that you really want to get into things. Like discovering, like, okay, there has to be another way. There has to be another idea. And who's on board with this? Like, let's go do this. That's the thing now. Like I said, if you have this idea and this plan, boy, there's some conflicting energies going on, okay? It's like Mars wants you to go, go, go. And Mercury is saying no, no, no. So be very careful the types of things that you do plan and go forward with. But I see there can be an awful lot of success with some things, all right? It might be a lot of hard work involved and a lot of determination on your part to do this. But key thing, don't doubt yourself, all right? Don't doubt what it is you can do. I always say that I was raised to believe in myself, and I do. I don't lack that whatever. Like, there's nothing in my mind that says you can't do this. It just isn't a part of me. So if you get those feelings about anything this week, stop. Don't do that. And think to yourself, I am worth it. I am worth this success. And I am worth all of this, like this group of individuals and people that are around me. And, there's some really good positive things that can come your way. And you need to, be wise and use that wisdom to know when to do it, how to do it, and what to do. So this is very good for you. Now, back to those details. Mercury retrograde, things can be a little bit skewed, all right? Look everything over carefully, all right? Because if someone makes a mistake that goes out somewhere that is permanent, all right, let's hope that it's fixable, all right? Try to catch it before, that ink dries and fix it. Because I know I've found myself doing silly little things already. And I'm like, oh my goodness, But thank goodness they're small things. But you don't want some sort of a glaring error, especially if your name goes on it. You want to make sure that everything is correct. All right, because like I said, this week is about your reputation and how people perceive you. And I feel it's in a good way, all right, because you're making sure it's in a good way. But it's been a long haul to get to this point, to be able to begin to prove to people who you are, and what you represent. So, now, there's a very down-to-earth and grounded feeling here. So in spite of the little bit of scatter that Mercury can bring, there's still a lot of clarity coming in. And, there's also, I think, in regard to finances, okay? Not everyone is going to be blessed with some great windfall, but there is some sort of truth here, like getting to the heart of the matter. And what I've been noticing in the last couple of weeks is that many of you are at that point where you need to consider an actual budget for the year, like how you're going to do it, because there are things coming. And I know we discussed this somewhere already. There are things coming later, and you're going to want to have some extra money put away, because what it is, you haven't seen yet, and you don't know. But you're going to be thankful when you have that extra stash of cash, when that something wonderful comes along that you need money for. And that's going to be, in a few months, it's coming your way. So, anyway, that is looking like totally, totally positive. Some sort of divine intervention from the universe that gives you a feeling like a sense of justice and victory. So I'm liking this a lot, really a lot. Like I said, in spite of the retrogrades, this is a really good week. I think some things are coming in with this new moon that are really helpful as well. Now, this looking, part of it is personal decisions. The last few years, going back for most of you to 2012, have been beyond difficult. But last year was the year of tearing it all down, all right? And I want to say last month was when it finally hit a good, you're on the other side now. Like, you've had some new starts and some changes and some drastic changes over the year, but you're on the other side of that new start now. Like I said, you're in rebuild mode. So that's the thing, is which way do you want to go and where do you want to explore? So these decisions, they're really basically karmic. and deciding how you want to lead your life. I'm telling you, when you get to June, you're going to say, wow, I never thought it could be this way. I always hoped for this, but I gave up on it years ago because it just didn't seem like it was meant for me to have. So this is all about, not deceiving yourself with regard to a number of things, and not just finances, perhaps your emotional security as well. What would make you happy, and recreating, really just recreating your life this year, and coming to the realization that there's really not much that can hold you back. Like maybe just you. Do you know what I'm saying? Just you. You're not going to let anyone else stand in the way of your success, because one of your goals is unconditional love. This is awesome. Now I'm going to put down a few more cards because we've gotten in the habit of doing this, and if I stopped, I would get so many messages on my page. Why weren't there any extra cards this week? To say why? See, this is just wonderful. There's a lot of success to be had, and it's playing out between now and June. And I know you're probably tired of hearing me say June, but when you get to June, you're going to look back and you're going to see how it all intertwined and interconnected. Most of it is a slow, gradual process with, a big change coming in March for many of you, most of you. So you have some new beginnings in here, and I really, really like this. This week, you're going to see some sort of success for yourself. I think with like a project that you've been working on and gaining the recognition for it. So this is good. It's like that, wanting to celebrate. And you're going to feel really admired by people. This is good. This is really good. You still need a lot of patience to get to the point. Patience and faith and the willingness to stay in that spot, even though you're moving. It's kind of like, you can't go forward really fast. And remembering what I said about if there's extra money, putting it away. You will thank me later, okay? Because there's something really good coming, and it's going to be a huge adventure for you. Well, what else do I want to say here? I feel like there was one more thing on the tip of my tongue. Your words. I said it back in the beginning. Make sure your words are what is truly intended and that your intentions are clear, okay? Do not speak in a harmful way. You will get more out of the conversation or whatever you hope to gain by always being kind, all right? And I'm going to end it there. I'm going to say thank you very much for listening. Everyone have a great week, and I'll see you here again next week. Take care.